Hi, my name is Amy and thank you very much for watching. So today we're going to be continuing with the Patrick Collins video, except I'm pretty sure we're not going to actually be watching it. We're going to be troubleshooting the thing that I told you I was going to troubleshoot off camera, and we only have half an hour because I'm supposed to be doing an AI art jam on my other channel, and as a space host, a Twitter space host, and that starts at 8 p.m. in an hour. So I want some time to be able to prepare myself for that. So as you can see here, I didn't actually prepare anything. What was the problem? Okay. It's saying that the So I'm looking at, in case you're wondering and you are not me, howdy, by the way, if you are listening. So this here is the contract that we get from doing which, by the way, I aliased the hard hat command so I don't have to do npx. Alright, so this has like the mock aggregator, you can see that here, and then this is deploying fundme, and it's F012 is what I'm looking at. So basically, the transaction reverted without a reason, and then unrecognized contract unknown. And I'm just wondering, I'm just gonna put this in the Google. Okay. You might be able to do at okay. Okay. That's interesting. So this was having a wrapped ETH issue with. Uniswap doesn't take version 2 apparently. Interesting. Not really my issue. This is going to be one of those things that takes multiple days to get, but one thing to note is that when I am in here, I do connect. Connected, we're gonna inspect this, and it's actually it's much nicer to have this. So you got the get balance stuff. So we go to the console here. That must be the contract and fund. And so the transaction reverted here. Weird, I should have completed with one confirmations. And then we go to MetaMask. It also got rid of these. So whatever this transaction reverted with a reason didn't get in the way of it actually doing things. But what I was going to say before is that like this is in the node modules, like things that are in the node modules are not the issue usually, unless there's like a versioning issue. So yeah, like all of these look like they are in the node modules, which means that it's not a particularly helpful error. What is an unrecognized contract? Okay, so I'm calling mint total supply finished minting functions work fine, but when I call transfer the function I get blah. I can see from the console logs that the tokens are minted at the existing address. Okay, well, that's unhelpful. Okay, well, what if, and hear me out, we put verbose in here as well. Okay. And we come back here. And we go live. I might have to put a pin in this because it worked, and if it works, there's no reason for it to stop training. We are connected. Go to the MetaMask. We go to fund. It comes here. And it says that the transaction reverted, but it didn't clearly. Confirm. And there was an error. Failed. The nonce is bad, right? See, I'm getting good at this. The nonce is 3, but got 5. But now we know that when we go to MetaMask and we go to settings, advanced, and we reset the account, then we're connected and we go to fund and we actually fund it. There is no error, which is great. So I don't know what that error is, but it's not getting in the way of the MetaMask functioning, so, which is where we were last night, so I don't think we've actually made progress. But now we have it in verbose. So, haha, see? Contracts fund me.sol 16. I still feel like this error here is wrong because it has a red squiggle, but we do have a pragma. If I was not doing my space tonight, I would definitely just be taking a nap, honestly. Still tired. Still thought I was going to go to bed early, and then wound up just going to bed super late again. So, kind of just wondering if we could there was an error in there before it went away. And then I don't know why the nonsense pad. Basically go up here, go to settings, go to advanced, go down to I didn't see anything, but the transaction went through, so kind of this is as much time as I have to try to troubleshoot this, but yeah, so sorry that this is not the, well, let's try to get the Patrick Collins thing. We're at 160 days now, and I reverted some of
congratulations on writing your first contract.
Sweet.
We joined the Wix partner program.
See,
and
this is what happens. I switch accounts, and then all of a sudden,
If we hit fun now, what do you think's going to happen? Well, we get this other error.
This is a real B&H customer story. Steph Mandis came to B&H to take her for time.
So yeah, we're gonna pay the ad tax because that's what we do when we're paying for free software, or at least that's how we pay for free software. But most of this makes sense so far. We have a backend that we made in lesson 7, which I switched over yesterday. But this is the one that I did on my own. I should probably go back to this because I turned the sound off, and wow, this is a really, really long commercial, but we can skip it now.
The transaction cost. Or you might get some other error, but you're gonna get a weird error here. And that's because we're not actually connected to our local hard hat node right now. Well, if we look at our MetaMask, we're currently not connected to the right blockchain. We're connected to Rinkeby or Mainnet or whatever. We need to get connected to our local host. If you look in your networks, you'll actually have a local host object here already. But let's just be super specific, and we'll add a new network here. We're gonna add something called our hard hat localhost, and we'll hit add network, and we'll add hard hat localhost in here. The RPC URL we can find from our node area, which if we scroll to where our node is running, we can copy this URL and paste it into new RPC URL. Chain ID is gonna be 31337. Currency symbol is going to be Go or ETH, or even though this pop-up says they might have a different currency symbol Go, we're just going to put ETH in here. And there is no block explorer, right? Because this is a local blockchain, we're not going to have a block explorer. So we'll go ahead and hit save. And now we have an account here, which is great. We're connected to our local blockchain. And if we switch our MetaMask, we can see we're on the local hard hat and we are connected. Awesome. Let's refresh.
For security reasons, we can't tell you Wix developed a system that
What did I just
data.
press?
And
if you're interested in learning about blockchain, this is the course for you.
No. Okay. Freaking. What did I just do? Please don't tell me I just pressed 0 and it went back to 0, because I'll be very angry. I just wanted it to get to... Oh, we're at 13.
And give us the address in here. Or two terminals running on me equal blockchain. And just a reminder, if I just hide it and at the top, we can do export const contract address to me, deploy the contract address. We'll copy the x.js ABI contract of, we'll pass it the contract address, we'll pass it the ABI, and we'll pass it the signer. Now we have an ethers contract object that's connected to our signer, and we have the contract headers, and we have the contract ABI. Now that we have a contract object, we can go ahead and start making transactions the exact same way we've made transactions before. We can just run const transaction response equals await contract.fund, and then we'll pass a value of ethers.utils.parse ether amount. So this is going to be how we're going to go ahead and create our transaction. And if you take this right now and we go to our front end, we give it a little refresh, make sure we're connected, and we hit fund, we're going to get this. Now, normally we'll pass f amount equals insufficient funds for intrinsic to our local hard hat node right now. Well, if we look at our MetaMask, we're currently not connected to the right blockchain. We're connected to Ring, the localhost object here, localhost, which if we scroll to where currency, there is no block there, which is great. We're connected to our local fund. We don't have any money. We're broke. We don't have any local hard hat Ethereum. So we're actually going to need to import one of our accounts from hard hat into our MetaMask, which we can do. So, and you can actually do this for any account with a private key. So hard hat gives us these accounts, and we're going to import the private key of account 0 into our MetaMask. So we're going to copy the private key. We're going to come back to our front end, click on our MetaMask. We're going to hit this big button. We're going to hit import account, select type private key, and we're going to paste our private key here. A quick note, if you choose JSON file, remember how back in that ether section, we encrypted our key into a JSON file with a password. You can actually import accounts with that JSON file with the password. So if you encrypt a key and you want to add it to MetaMask, you can go ahead and add it in just like this. But for now, we're going to use private key. We'll paste the private key in and we'll hit import. And we can see we now have an account, a new account, an account 3 with a ton of ETH from our local blockchain. So we'll refresh one more time. We'll go ahead and connect. We'll make sure that our account 3 is connected. And if it's not, we'll go ahead and hit this connect button so that now our account 3 is what's connected here. And we'll go ahead and hit fund. And we now see that we can fund this contract. We can go ahead and hit confirm. And if we look, and nothing's going to happen on our front end because we didn't tell our front end to do anything once we confirm. But if we go to our blockchain, we can see our fund function was called. We've just made our first transaction on a blockchain from our own front end.
Wow, if only mine didn't have errors in it, but we'll pretend this is what it's supposed to be. But like I promised before, I need to get off of here so that I can prepare for my space tonight. So this was day 2 of Pod November, whatever it is. And I said that I would be making these podcasts or whatever we're going to call them. But yeah, we'll try to do this for 30 days. Hopefully that means that we can get... Sorry for the plane noise if you can hear it. I don't know why the plane is so close. But yeah, we're at 160 days, 30 days from now, 190 days. Yeah, I'm ready for this course to be over, and we're only 13 out of the 32 hours in. So, but we're getting closer. Every time I do this, we're getting closer to it being done. I think this particular lesson only has half an hour left, so we will be doing that tomorrow. And then I think after this portion here, a lot of these are not as technical, like the later lessons, so we might actually just fly through them. These are the most intensely technical portions of the course, but I don't know, I've never taken the course before. So anyway, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.